Welcome back to the SolarPunkPro Podcast. I'm James Manzer, and today I'm going to tell you something that will change how you look at every appliance in your house. Your $1,200 refrigerator that just died after 6 years? It wasn't poorly made, it was killed by dirty electricity. Your water heater, it contains more battery capacity than most electric cars, but nobody told you how to use it. And your new dishwasher, it can communicate with a power grid using the same networking protocols you learned in IT, except your utility company isn't smart enough to listen. So if you want to go from soul-crushing corporate work to a career that actually matters, pays well, and won't be automated by AI, stick around to learn how you too can become part of the building of the Internet of Energy, Grid 2.0, the $4 trillion a year distributed infrastructure that's replacing both the traditional grid and traditional IT. Now, podcast statistics say that if you're listening to this, there's a good chance you've just replaced another expensive appliance that died way too soon, or that you're an IT professional and you're watching ChatGPT automate your skills and your job while you're wondering what skills will still matter in 5 years. Either way, you found me wondering if there's something better than watching technology break or become obsolete. Maybe you've got that decent salary and a technical background, but you're also watching your specialized knowledge get commoditized while your utility bills keep rising and your smart home devices, they don't actually talk to anything that matters. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place because today I'm going to show you how to use your house and how it is already designed to be a power plant. Your appliances are already energy storage devices and your IT skills are exactly what's needed to connect it all together. This is not about the future of energy. This is about activating the energy technology that's already in your house today. So let's get started with a question that may just blow your mind. How much energy storage do you think is in your house right now? If you said none or a couple of AAA batteries in the remote, well, you're wrong. You're wrong by about 100 kilowatt hours. Your water heater, that tank that's sitting in your basement or garage, that thing stores 50 to 100 kilowatt hours of thermal energy. So to put that in perspective, a Tesla Model 3, that can drive 200 to 300 miles in a single charge, it has a 75 kilowatt hour battery. Your water heater, it is literally bigger than the battery than most electric cars. And here's what's insane. Every water heater installed in the last 5 years, it has Wi-Fi capability and demand response protocols built in. The hardware is there. The communication ability is there. But your utility company, it's still operating like it's 1950. Your HVAC, your air conditioner, when it pre-cools your home, oh wait, it doesn't do that? It should pre-cool your home before peak demand periods, because we should be storing that cooling energy in your thermal mass, in your walls, in your floors. Your refrigerator and your freezer should be doing the same thing. Your house itself is a massive thermal battery that can store hours of heating and cooling. And if you drive an electric vehicle, you've got another 75 to 100 kilowatt hours of mobile storage that could power your entire house for 3 to 5 days. The Ford Lightning, the Chevy Silverado EV, those new Rivian trucks, man, those are cool. They all have bi-directional charging capability built right in. So let's talk about the appliances you're buying today. That new induction cooktop, that's pretty cool, huh? Uses magnets to heat your food very quickly, boils water in 90 seconds. It can modulate its power consumption in real time based on electricity prices. Your smart dishwasher, it can automatically run during the cheapest electricity hours. Your heat pump water tank, it can actually help cool your house while it's heating your water. Every single one of these devices speaks IEEE 2030.5. That is the communication protocol that allows appliances to talk to the grid. They're sitting there ready to talk. They're ready to participate in demand response programs. They're ready to optimize your electricity costs. They're ready to sell those services back to the grid to help your neighbors reduce their energy costs. But here's the problem. Your utility company, it is still using technology from the 1970s. They can't receive these signals. They can't orchestrate these resources. They can't even measure what is happening at your house in real time. It's like having a smartphone connected to a fax machine. So while your appliances are getting smarter, your electric bill, it keeps getting higher because the system they've designed to work with it doesn't exist yet. And it's not a technology problem. It's a business opportunity for you. So here's what's really happening with your expensive appliances and why understanding this could change your career trajectory forever. Modern electronics, they are designed for perfect power. Those smart grids, those smart boards in them, they expect exactly 120 volts and exactly 60 hertz in a perfect sine wave. Think of this as like high definition video. It needs a strong, consistent signal to work. But the electricity coming from your utility, wow, it's more like a bad cell phone connection from 2005. That voltage, it sags when your neighbor starts their air conditioner. The hospital, down the street in the other neighborhood, that voltage spikes when they turn an MRI machine on. These frequency drifts when the grid operator is trying to balance supply and demand across hundreds of miles of territory. Your smart TV, your computer, your refrigerators, control board, they're all trying to run on power that varies by 5, 10, 15% or more throughout the day. That's like trying to run your laptop on a battery that randomly charges from 8 to 13 volts. And here's the kicker. Solar inverters and battery systems, they produce the cleanest electricity, way cleaner than the grid has ever provided. Modern inverters, they have less than 3% total harmonic distortion. The grid, it averages 8%. Battery systems, they maintain voltage within 1% tolerance. The grid, it allows 5% variation as acceptable. And that's if you don't test your own grid voltage and find out it's in or out of that variation. So if you're an IT professional, you already understand this concept. It is like the difference between enterprise-grade network equipment and consumer Wi-Fi routers. The enterprise stuff, it costs more upfront, but man, does it provide better performance and last longer. Solar plus storage, it isn't just clean energy. It's not just going to save us from the climate crisis. It is premium electricity. Mwah! And it actually protects your investments, your appliances. And here's where it gets interesting for your career. The skills you may have learned debugging network connectivity issues, they translate directly to troubleshooting smart inverter communications. Your experience with database optimization, it applies to energy storage dispatch algorithms. Your cybersecurity knowledge, it is desperately needed to protect critical energy infrastructure. The energy industry, it is essentially building the largest distributed network in human history, and they need IT professionals who understand both electrons and data packets. See, companies like Tesla, Sunrun, Enphase, they are hiring network engineers to design communication systems for millions of distributed energy devices. They need database administrators to manage real-time energy data from thousands of installations. They need cybersecurity specialists to protect critical infrastructure from attacks. And here's what traditional IT jobs can't offer. These systems, they require physical installation and local troubleshooting. You cannot outsource installing a smart inverter to somebody in India. You can't automate debugging power system integration. The combination of physical and digital skills, it becomes a lot more valuable and not less. So let's talk about what's happening in places like Vermont, California, and yes, good old Texas right now, and why it represents a massive career opportunity for anyone with technical skills. So Green Mountain Power in Vermont, it has enrolled over 2,000 Tesla Powerwalls into a virtual power plant. During peak demand, instead of firing up old, expensive oil power plants, they dispatch these home batteries. That homeowner then gets paid $500 to $1,500 per year for participating. In California, tens of thousands of smart water tanks automatically heat water during midday solar peak when electricity is cheap, when it's negative. Then they coast through evening hours when electricity is expensive. Participating households, they save 30 to 50% on their water heating and save on their electric bills. In Texas, Ford Lightning owners, they can sell electricity back to the grid during peak demand events. Some Ford Lightning owners have reported earning over $3,000 up to $5,000 per year just by having their truck plugged in. And here's what most people don't understand. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the beginning. Every new appliance you buy today, it has this capability built in. The infrastructure revolution is already complete at the device level. What's missing is the software layer that connects it all together. What's missing are the platforms that can orchestrate millions of water heaters, thousands of electric vehicles, and hundreds of thousands of smart thermostats into a coordinated grid resource. So if you're wondering where the IT jobs of the future are, this is it. Energy management platforms. These things that can aggregate and dispatch distributed resources, real-time optimization algorithms that can balance supply and demand across millions of edge devices, cybersecurity systems that can protect this critical infrastructure while maintaining the convenience of smart home automation. Companies like STEM, AutoGrid, Virtual Peaker, to name a few, they are building these platforms right now, and they are hiring software developers at $150,000 to $250,000 per year. They need database administrators who can handle real-time energy data at scale. They need network engineers who understand both IP protocols and power system communications. This isn't some future possibility. This is happening right now. The question is whether you want to be part of building this infrastructure or just a user of it. So picture this. It's 2027, and every appliance in your house is connected to an energy market that operates like a stock exchange, but for electricity. You're buying and selling electricity from your smartphone. Your water heater, it automatically heats water when solar panels in your neighborhood or on your roof are producing excess electricity. Your electric vehicle, it charges when wind farms down the street are generating more power than the grid needs. Your HVAC system, it pre-cools your house using cheap midday solar power. Then it coasts through those expensive evening hours. But it goes beyond just cost optimization. Your house becomes a revenue generating asset. During peak demand events, your battery, it sells electricity back to the grid. Your water heater provides grid stabilization services just by adjusting its heating schedule a little bit. Your electric vehicle, it becomes a mobile power plant that can support even your neighbors during outages. This isn't science fiction. The technology exists today. What we're building now is software infrastructure to make it seamless and profitable. And here is where your technical background becomes incredibly valuable. This distributed energy network, it requires the same principles as managing complex computer systems. If one device goes offline, the system needs to automatically rebalance across thousands of other devices. Energy management, it works like system optimization. You need to find the most efficient way to store and use power across thousands of connected devices. Smart home energy systems, they need the same security and reliability as business networks because now your water heater is part of critical infrastructure. So companies building this connected future are hiring right now, and they need people who understand both technology and customer needs. Technical sales professionals are becoming energy system consultants. They are helping businesses electrify their operations at $120,000 to $250,000 per year. They are working with companies to optimize everything from vehicle fleets to manufacturing processes. System integrators are connecting smart panels, batteries, and appliances into coordinated home energy systems at $110,000 to $185,000 per year. They understand both how the technology and how it works and how it helps families who just want to lower their electric bills and don't want to understand all this jargon. Technical support specialists, they are becoming energy system managers at $100,000 to $160,000 per year. They're helping homeowners optimize their energy systems and troubleshoot issues with smart home integrations. But here's where it gets really exciting. Companies like Span, they are revolutionizing home electrical systems. Instead of just your basic breaker box in your basement, Span makes smart electric panels that control every circuit in your house individually. They can automatically manage your electric vehicle charging, prioritize critical loads during outages, and optimize your entire home's energy consumption in real time and report it back to you so you can make decisions. Battery companies like Franklin, they are racing to integrate with these smart panel systems for virtual power plant programs. They're building battery systems that could communicate with your smart panel, with the utility company, and homeowners simultaneously. European companies like Sonnet, they are bringing their advanced battery management systems to the American market. They are trying to compete to build the most intelligent home energy systems. All of this smart hardware, it needs people who can install it, configure it, and support customers who don't understand the technology. Technical professionals who can bridge the gap between complex energy systems and regular homeowners who just want their stuff to work. The beautiful thing about these careers, they are future-proof. While AI may automate routine tasks, it cannot install smart electrical panels. It can't explain to homeowners how their energy systems work. These jobs require both technical knowledge and human interaction skills that become more valuable as systems get more sophisticated. So, if you're watching artificial intelligence automate routine technical tasks while wondering what comes next, let me tell you why energy companies are desperately trying to hire people with technical backgrounds like yours. Traditional utility companies, see, they hired electrical engineers who understand power systems, but they know nothing about modern technology infrastructure. Renewable energy companies, they hired software developers who understand platforms but know nothing about electricity. What the industry needs now are professionals who speak both languages. People who understand that a smart inverter is essentially a computer that happens to also make electricity. People who can troubleshoot communication between smart devices and grid systems. People who can make complex technology work for regular homeowners. Take my friend Jason, who was managing a local enterprise rent-a-car branch. He understood operations, he had customer service, and fleet management. After taking the SolarPunkPro Masterclass, he is now selling e-mobility software to companies like ChargePoint, Volkswagen, and even a little mom and pop store called Walmart. His management experience translated perfectly to helping corporations electrify their vehicle fleets. Your technical background, it translates directly to this industry. The communication systems that energy devices use work like the networks you already understand. You already know troubleshooting, system integration, and user support. You just need to apply those concepts to energy systems instead of traditional software. Your experience managing complex systems, it applies immediately. Energy storage systems need to coordinate charging schedules based on electricity prices, weather forecasts, usage patterns. That's essentially a system optimization problem with physical constraints. So here's what makes these careers different from traditional technical work. You're building infrastructure that cannot be outsourced. You can't manage a solar installation from another country. You cannot troubleshoot smart home energy systems remotely when the problem is a physical connection. The combination of technical and physical skills makes you incredibly valuable. Companies are paying premium salaries for professionals who can both understand technology systems and work with the physical constraints of energy equipment. And here's where it gets really exciting. Companies like Span that are revolutionizing home electrical panels instead of dumb breaker boxes in your basement. Span is making smart electrical panels that control every circuit in your house individually. They can automatically manage your electric vehicle charging. They can prioritize critical loads during outages and optimize your entire home's energy consumption. So look, I am not here to convince you that distributed energy is coming someday. I am here to tell you it is already here. It's already working. And the question is whether you want to help build it or just watch it happen. Every appliance you buy today, it has grid interactive capability built in. Every electric vehicle can power your house. Every water heater, it can participate in demand response. The hardware revolution is complete. What we need now are people who can connect it all together. The software platforms, the communication protocols, the security systems, the optimization algorithms. We need the Internet of Energy. We need to build out Grid 2.0. And we need IT professionals to build it. This isn't just a career opportunity. This is a chance to build infrastructure that actually matters. Instead of managing corporate email servers, let's design systems that prevent blackouts. Instead of optimizing database queries for shopping websites, let's optimize energy dispatch algorithms that balance supply and demand across entire regions. The renewable energy industry, it needs exactly what you have to offer. Technical skills, systems thinking, the ability to debug complex problems. The difference is that instead of maintaining someone else's legacy system, you get to build the infrastructure of the future. And here's what I want you to understand. Early movers, they capture disproportionate value. The folks at Google, yeah, they captured disproportionate value because they were the first search engine to figure out algorithm SEO. The people building distributed energy infrastructure now, they are positioning themselves to be the Google of energy, to benefit the largest technology transition since that internet. Meanwhile, traditional IT jobs, they are getting commoditized by artificial intelligence and offshore competition, but you cannot offshore and outsource installing smart inverters. You can't automate debugging power system integration. You cannot replace technical expertise with software. 3 years from now, you'll either be building the energy infrastructure that powers the future, Or you'll be wondering why the heck you waited so long to make the transition. The distributed energy industry, it does not care about your perfect timing. It cares about your willingness to apply your technical skills to problems that actually matter. So what's it gonna be? Here's what I want you to do. If today's episode showed you how your technical skills could build the energy infrastructure of the future, first, go look at your latest utility bill and count in your home how many smart devices you have that should or could be participating in demand response programs if the right software platform existed. That is the business opportunity that's waiting for someone with your skills. Second, if you want to know exactly how your IT background translates to energy careers, I offer 30-minute industry analysis calls. They're free. I will map out the specific companies, the skill requirements, and the salary ranges for IT professionals transitioning into distributed energy. We'll figure out exactly whether your background fits better with solar installation company, energy storage platforms, or grid management software. Third, if you're ready to understand the full scope of technical careers in energy transition, I just finished 100 careers that will power the future. This is the ultimate guide to jobs in the electrify everything economy. They include 20 plus IT specific roles with salary ranges from $100,000 a year to $275,000 a year. They are organized by technical skills you already have. Find me on Instagram or click the QR code if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this podcast on your podcast player, go ahead and check the show notes for the links. I read every message, so if you want to share your IT background or ask a specific question about technical roles in energy, reach out. Remember, we are here for a good time, not a long time. If you're going to spend 40 plus hours a week working, it might as well be building infrastructure that makes communities more resilient instead of maintaining systems that are already getting automated away. The energy internet, Grid 2.0, it needs architects, and architects will get paid accordingly. I'm James Manager. This has been the SolarPunkPro Podcast, and I'll see you next week. We're going to dive into the cities that are secretly hiring energy professionals faster than they can find them, and why your local economic development office is lying to you about the opportunities in your area. See you there.